Now that the government is finally back open and fresh economic data is about to start hitting the wires, this is the perfect moment to pause, reset, and talk honestly about where the economy really is right now. And more importantly, where we're headed. Because the average American feels very different from the headlines. And today, I want to give you the truth behind the numbers. So here's the reality. We're living through one of the most significant economic transitions of our lifetime. This isn't just a market cycle, this is a structural shift. Inflation isn't gone. Debt is in fact exploding. Spending is out of control. And despite what the CP lie tells us, your groceries, your insurance, your utilities, your cost of living are still rising faster than Washington wants to admit. But beneath the chaos, America's entering a new era. An era filled with opportunity for those who have prepared for it to navigate it. As new data comes out, remember, new doesn't mean true. We've been dealing with distorted job numbers, double-counted part-time workers, governments hiring replacements for private sector weakness, and fewer people even responding to surveys. The consumer's stretched. Credit card rates are at 20 to 30% right now. Savings is depleted. More families today are using debt just to buy the basics. This isn't prosperity, this is survival. And like I always say, if your outgo exceeds your income, your upkeep becomes your downfall. Washington's spending is a runaway freight train right now. Interest on our national debt is exploding. And every time Congress prints, spends, or stimulates, inflation's smoldering embers flare right back up again. Add supply chain reshoring and energy transitions and geopolitical risks that we have right now, and you've got a recipe for ongoing structural inflation. It's like we're renovating the house while we're still trying to live in it. And there's a lot of dust in the air today. Now let me shift gears for a moment, because while many people are staring at the stock market, some of the biggest opportunities today are happening in hard assets and digital assets. So right now, crypto leverage has been wiped out over the last few months, completely washed out, in fact. We're at historic lows. And every time leverage resets like this, it creates the conditions for a powerful move higher. I believe that we're setting up for a meaningful crypto rally into the end of the year. I'm looking at Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple. These are the infrastructure plays. This is where we could see momentum build quickly. At the same time, metals continue to push higher. Gold as a fear hedge being bought all over the world right now, silver as the industrial workhorse that there's not enough of, and copper because electrification is not slowing down anytime soon. We're entering a hard assets world. And if you don't know how to position in this environment, you risk missing one of the biggest and most important wealth building moments in a decade. So you've heard me talk about this for years. The goal is to ride bulls and to tame bears. It's not just a catchy name. It's one of the core investment philosophies required for 21st century investing. And it means when opportunities are right, you want to ride bulls and capture the upside. When markets get choppy, you want to tame bears and preserve your capital. You don't want to buy and hold, park and pray, hope everything will be okay anymore. That type of investing could end up in devastating consequences. You use offense and defense, kind of like both sides of the playing field here in a football game. You need to stay nimble, stay informed, stay strategically positioned. So this is exactly how you navigate rising inflation, high volatility, AI disruption, and geopolitical tensions, as well as historical economic changes. If you don't know how to ride bulls and tame bears in today's markets, if you don't know how to navigate crypto cycles, hard asset trends, or a shifting interest rate environment, if you don't know how to position your portfolio both for growth as well as protection, you should not go it alone. This is the moment to connect with an advisor who understands 21st century markets, who sees the risks but knows how to harness the opportunities. So my mission is simple. My goal is to help Americans gain clarity, confidence, and control. Not just survive in this transition, but to thrive in it. I believe that America is resilient. We've weathered storms before. And while the data is coming out in the next few weeks may be noisy, if you look past the headlines, there's an enormous opportunity forming for those who position themselves correctly today. Fire creates ashes, but it also forges steel. I'm David Stryzewski. Stay informed, stay prepared. Let's navigate this new era together.